A 2021 study found that clingy behavior is the biggest turnoff when it comes to romantic relationships. So if you're a guy out there who always needs to be around their girlfriend, who is always texting them, checking up on them, wants to hang out with them 24/7, and can't give them any space, well, you're going to set yourself up for failure. Because if you're in a relationship with a woman who has values, knows what they want in a man, well, that relationship is going to end very quickly because she wants to be around a man who makes her feel secure, makes her feel safe, makes her feel like he has a future and he doesn't always need her 24/7. So you have to have some sense of independence in your life. You have to have a life. You know, if you have to always be around your girlfriend, then it's going to be a little too much for her. She doesn't need all this mushy, mushy stuff and you be in her face 24/7, checking up, calling her all the time because you're concerned. Like, that is very unattractive. So here's what you need to do. What you need is emotional strength. What do I mean? I would learn the power of indifference. What is indifference? It's somebody who isn't too high or too low. They're even keel. So when a bad thing happens in their life, they're not flustered. When they're on an all-time high, they're still even keel. They just continue to move forward and progress in life. You see, when it comes to women, if you get emotionally invested too soon, well, that is a bad sign for you because she's going to pick up on that energy. So you got to make sure that you don't care how it's going to play out. You have to give up that attitude because you have to communicate a message of I have plenty of options out here. There are a lot of women that I can go talk to. So if this doesn't work out, then I know I'm going to find somebody for me. That is confidence. You're communicating to her that, hey, I know where I'm going in life. And yes, I'm attracted to you and I'm interested. But if you don't want to be around me, that's your loss. You see, you flip the tables when you're anxious, when you're stressed, and you're worried about what she's doing, and you're asking her all these questions. You're trying to investigate her life and you're acting insecure. Well, then she's going to break up with you. It's just that simple. She's not going to want to be around you anymore. So instead of allowing that to happen, make yourself a challenge. You know, let her come after you. Women want to find a man who's challenging, who is hard to access. You see, scarcity is such a powerful thing in life. When something is unavailable, we want it more, right? And if you're not always available for her, she's going to want to know what you're up to, right? And you've got to master this. And if you're always around 24/7, well, she doesn't get a chance to miss you or think about you. That's the problem with anxious and needy men is they're always around. So what you got to do is pull back. Don't be afraid to go hours upon hours not texting each other, having a phone call. Like, give her freedom and communicate a message of, hey, I have independence. I have a career going on. I'm working on a business. I'm very occupied. And when you do this, she becomes more interested because she's around men or she is exposed to men who are sliding her DMs a lot, who are trying to get her attention. And when you're not that type of guy, you stand out from the crowd. Going back to indifference, what you're developing here is self control. Make that your best friend. You see, when you are able to control your emotions and control the way you talk, the way you think, your behaviors, you have discipline going on, that only benefits you. So make sure that you prioritize self control. Maybe you have attachment issues because your dad or mom weren't there as a kid, or maybe you got hurt from a previous relationship and you have trust issues. Work on it now because if you practice self control and you continue to work on your personal development, well, you become more valuable and become more attractive in a woman's eyes. So if you got some needy behaviors or some issues there, just work on it. You'll get better, I promise. Find some hobbies, find yourself busy, make sure you have some goals and a purpose, and that will slowly fade away. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, love to hear your thoughts on needy and anxious men and were you once that kind of guy and what was the result when you were in a relationship? Did she break up with you? Did you learn your lessons? And what have you done since? I'd love to just hear your thoughts, and I'll see you next time.